All right, welcome. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on one of the biggest secrets to really truly sounding fluent in English. It's a simple idea, but trust me, it's a total game changer for how you speak and write. So let's just dive right in. You know the feeling, right? You've spent all this time learning the grammar rules, you pick a word that has the perfect meaning, but when you actually say the sentence, something just feels a little off. People understand you, sure, but it doesn't sound quite right. It's a super common frustration, and today, we're gonna fix it. So, what is this big secret anyway? How do we make that jump from just being grammatically correct to sounding genuinely natural? Well, here's the best part. The problem probably isn't your grammar. This isn't about memorizing more complicated rules. Nope. It's actually about something way more simple and intuitive. It's about the way certain words just love to be partners. And that secret ingredient has a name. It's called collocations. This is the thing native speakers use constantly without even thinking about it. And once you start to see them and use them, your English is going to take a massive leap forward. Seriously. Okay, so collocation. What in the world does that actually mean? Let's break it down nice and simple. A collocation is basically just a pair of words that are best friends. They hang out together all the time. There isn't some deep grammar rule that says they have to, it's just what sounds right to someone who has grown up hearing the language. It's all about habit and convention. Let me show you a perfect example. We all know the term fast food, right? But you would never ever hear a native speaker say quick food. Even though fast and quick mean pretty much the same thing, only fast is the right partner for food. But, and this is where it gets fun, we totally flip it around for the word meal. You wouldn't say a fast meal, you'd say a quick meal. See how it works? The right word completely depends on its partner. Here's another classic one. In English, you always take a photo. Now, in a lot of other languages, the literal translation might be make a photo. And while people would probably understand you, it just instantly sounds unnatural to a native ear. And that right there is the whole point. This isn't about being understood. It's about sounding natural. It's about flow. Collocations are the bridge between speaking English and really speaking English, you know? Okay, so right about now you might be thinking, wait a minute, is this just an idiom or like a compound noun? That is a fantastic question, and it's super important to know the difference. Let's clear that up. So this table lays it out really clearly. A collocation, like heavy snow, is just two separate words that go together often. A compound, like teapot, is basically two words that have merged to become a new single thing. And an idiom, like pass the buck, has a totally different meaning that you can't guess from the words themselves. The key is that collocations are just frequent pairings, not fixed expressions. So we know what they are. But why should you really care? Why put in the effort to learn them? Well, the payoff is huge. First off, obviously you'll sound way more natural, but it goes deeper than that. Your language becomes more expressive, more vivid, and colorful. Suddenly you have all these new ways to say things, which lets you be more precise, and it can totally transform your writing style. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Anyone can say poverty causes crime. It's correct, it's fine, but it's a little flat. Now listen to this alternative. Poverty breeds crime. You can just feel the difference, can't you? The word breeds paints this powerful picture of something growing and spreading. It's so much more evocative. That's the power of a strong collocation. It elevates your language from just communicating an idea to actually making your listener feel it. Here's one more quick one. You could say something is very forbidden. People will get what you mean. But the proper collocation, strictly forbidden, is just so much sharper, so much more precise. It's these little upgrades that make a massive difference in how fluent you sound. Okay, by now you're probably thinking, I get it, collocations are awesome, but how do I actually learn them without memorizing a giant, boring dictionary? Well, the best way isn't to memorize lists at all. It's to become a collocation detective. Start paying attention when you're reading or listening to English. When you hear a good word pair, write it down. But, and this is the crucial part, you have to try and use it yourself. That's what makes it stick. And hey, if you want a little jump start to get you going, the source material for this explainer has some really great practice exercises. It's the perfect way to start moving this from a cool idea in your head to an actual tool you can use. So there you have it. The secret's out. Collocations are your ticket to sounding more natural, more fluent, and way more expressive. So, my final question for you is this. What new collocation will you try to use today? Thanks for tuning in.